Hello Year 3 and welcome to our World Book Day lesson all about the story What We'll Build by Oliver Jeffers. Now hopefully you've listened to the story. Miss Daly has recorded it for you, so if you haven't, pause this video here and go and listen to the story first. Okay, so for today's activity and for this lesson, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil because as we go through, you might want to jot a few things down. If you need to get your resources together, pause the video now and go and get them because there's lots of questions and lots of thinking to do in our lesson today. Okay, to begin with then, now that you have your resources and you've listened to Miss Daly reading you the story, we're going to think about these two words, house and home. Because in the story, one of the illustrations and one of the pages will build a house to be our home. And these two words, house and home, are quite important at that point in the story. So my questions for you are, what do you think is the difference between a house and a home? What makes a house a home? At this point, I'd like you to pause the video and either jot down some ideas or talk to somebody at home. What do you think is the difference between a house and a home? What makes a house a home? Pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you've got lots of different ideas, and this would be the point in class where we'd gather those all together and share our ideas. Now I imagine lots of you will say that a house is just a building, and only when the people that you love live there, or only when you've made it your own, or only when you've got the things in it that make you feel comfortable and safe, does it become a home. Now, it might be that you came up with one of those ideas, or it might be you came up with all of them, or it might be that you've come up with something different. I am sure that you've all come up with excellent ideas to answer those questions. So as I said before, here is the page of the book which we are focusing on in our lesson today. We'll build a house to be our home. And here are a few more questions. I'm going to read the questions to you, and again, this is your chance to pause the video and share with somebody at home or make some jottings on your paper. What do you think it looks like on the inside? So we can't see inside this house, but what do you think it looks like on the inside? We can see the outside, so can you write down some words to describe what does the house look like from the outside? And we've got two characters. How do these two characters feel about the house that they've built? And how do we know? Now I'm going to go back to the larger illustration because it will make answering those questions a bit easier. So at this point you're going to pause the video, jot down a few ideas of what the house looks like from the outside, from what you can see. Jot down a few notes of what you think the house would look like on the inside. And that is your choice because we can't see that part, so you can use your creative imagination for that part. And then how do our two characters feel about this house that they've built to be their home? And how do we know? Pause the video and have a go at those three things. Off you go. Okay, let's go back to our questions. So from the outside, our house has got a red door. You might have come up with some better descriptive language than that. It's got a small chimney on a grey slate roof. It is a bricked house with lots of windows. Lots of clean, sparkly windows, to let the people be able to see outside. Now, our characters, how do we think they feel about the house that they've built? Well, I think they feel quite proud. The girl's giving a wave, and the man's almost saying, "Come into our house, see what we've built." So I think they're feeling proud. Did you think the same, or did you think something different? If you thought something different, do you have a reason for it? Do you have a justification? If you do, I'm sure it is right. And then our last question was, what do you think the house looks on the inside? And there will be many different answers to this, and every single one of them will be correct. Okay, we're now going to listen to a piece of music, and the piece of music is called Our House. I'm going to play it for you. The link is also on the Daily Core Learning Sheet if you want to listen to it again at home. On the panel, what you can see is the lyrics to the song, so you can read along as you listen. I'll play it for you now. Bear with me whilst I set it up.
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. Staring at the fire for hours and hours while I listen to you play your love songs all night long for me, only for me. Come to me now, and rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room. The windows are illuminated by the evening sunshine through them. Fiery gems for you, only for you. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And now, la 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 la. In the yard, life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. Now I'll light the fire while you place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
Okay, so there was our song. Now, thinking about the lyrics, we are going to think about these questions. Who do you think lives in the house in the song? What makes it a home for them? And how do you think this compares with the 2 characters from our book? So at this point, I'd like you to pause the video again and think about these 3 questions. The lyrics for the song is on the screen, And if you want to listen again, you can either rewind this video or go to the link on the Daily Core Learning page. Pause the video now. Well done, guys. I am sure you have come up with some fantastic ideas. Now, the question, who do you think lives in the house in the song? Well, that's up to you. That's one of those questions that takes your creative imagination, and there's not really a right or a wrong answer. But when we look at the question, what makes it a home for them, some of the things we can pull out of the lyrics in the song. So it says about them placing the flowers in a vase. And where would they put those flowers? In the song, it also says about the two cats in the yard. And we know their house has got windows because it says they are illuminated by the evening sunshine through them. They've got a cosy room and somewhere to rest their head. So we could pick out some of those things, thinking about what makes it a home for them and about them being together. You might have also come up with other ideas of what makes this house a home for these people. And then, how do you think this compares with the two characters from the book? Well, we said the two characters from the book were very proud of their house, and I think these people sound very proud of their house too. They might be similar in other ways, or you might have even come up with differences as well. I'm sure whatever you've thought of is wonderful. Now we've thought about the story and the house and the home that our two characters have made, and we've used a song to think about it even further. We're going to look at today's activity. So for this lesson, we'd like you to now think about a place you most feel at home in. This might be your own house, or the house of a friend or a relative, or another place that you feel really at home in, a park, a library, at school, a place of interest, the football field, an art studio, wherever you like, somewhere where you most feel at home. And we'd like you to visualize yourself in that place. So take a moment to close your eyes and picture yourself being there. Visualize yourself in this place. What makes this place feel like home to you? What is it about this place that makes it home? What is in this place? How does it make you feel? What is it about this place that makes you feel this way? So hopefully you've closed your eyes and you've visualized this place. Using the place that you have visualized, we would like you to use art materials to bring this visualization to life on the page. Now, when we say use art materials, it can be whatever you like. You can use paper and pencil. You could use paper and colours, paper and felt. You could use card. You could use resources from around the house. You might want to use pasta or rice, or other bits and pieces that you've got lying around the house. You might have a magazine that you could cut up and collage. You can do whatever you would like to bring this visualization to life on the page. And within your visualization that you've brought to life, we'd like you to draw yourself in the place where you feel most at home. If you wanted to, you could create a 3D representation of this place. You might have a shoebox lying around at home, and you could make yourself a little home inside the shoebox to represent the place where you feel most at home. Once you've completed your artwork, we'd like you to create a piece of writing that goes alongside it that describes this place and how it makes you feel. You could write a descriptive paragraph, a recount from a particular moment that you spent in this place, a poem, or you even might like to write your own song. So for today's activity, we would like you to do a piece of artwork to show us where you feel most at home, and then we would like you to do a piece of writing about that place to tell us all about it. Could be a description, a song, or a poem. Enjoy your activity today. Miss Daly and I are really looking forward to seeing them. Have fun with it, and we will see you soon.